بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: إذا دخل شهر رمضان فتحت أبواب السماء وغلقت أبواب جهنم وسلسلة الشياطين. متفق عليه. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that when the month of Ramadan enters, the doors of the heavens are open, the doors of Jahannam are closed, and the shayateen are locked away. Very famous hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In this hadith, it's futihat abwab as-sama, the doors of the skies are open, the heavens are open. In another hadith, it's futihat abwab al-jannah, the doors of Jannah are open. Either way, the meaning is very similar, the words are different. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this blessed month of Ramadan, and that's the topic that we are discussing these days about the month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this month and left absolutely no excuse for us. Whenever we do any ibadah outside of Ramadan, we prayed Isha right now. If somebody would ask, did your salah get accepted? We don't know. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Ramadan is saying that the doors are wide open. It's not about, making your entry into Jannah or into the heavens. They're wide open. Similarly, غُلِّقَتْ أَبْوَابُ الْجَهَنَّمِ. All the things that we might think that are difficult. One of the beautiful hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is حُجِبَتِ النَّارُ بِالشَّهْوَاتِ وَحُجِبَتِ الْجَنَّةُ بِالْمَكَارِهِ. And this hadith gives a very good relevance to that. There's a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that حُجِبَتِ النَّارُ بِالشَّهْوَاتِ, that the hellfire is surrounded by shahwat, desires. وَحُجِبَتِ الْجَنَّةِ, and the Jannah is surrounded by makarih, dislike things we don't like to do. So in that hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling us that if we want to get into Jannah, the only way is we're going to have to get used to doing things that might be difficult for us, the things that we might not like. It's so cold outside, we're coming out of a warm bed. Who wants to go outside, warm up the car, clean the car, and now drive to the masjid? It's too difficult. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying, if you want entry into Jannah, that's what you would have to do. We're fasting all day, it's so hot or it's so cold, we have work to do. All this, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, if you want entry into Jannah, then you will have to live with that. Similarly, there are certain negative actions that we do, we're addicted to, we are in habit of. And now, brother, why don't you stop? Believe me, I cannot stop. I cannot stop. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying, because Jahannam is surrounded by those shahwat, that now a person, it feels so difficult. But now in this hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying the complete opposite effect. Everyone is fasting. You ask even a 10-year-old that, would you like to fast? It's okay, you have school, it's really hot out, it's really, you have a busy day. But he'll say, no, Baba, I want to fast. I want to fast. Little child. Similarly, all of us, Allah creates an environment in Ramadan that you could tell that every disliked thing outside of Ramadan, we would love to do it in Ramadan. And everything that we find difficulty in leaving outside of Ramadan, no problem. A person, literally, they would be brothers, you cannot talk to them in the morning until they have their coffee. Some of them, may Allah protect, before they have their cigarette, whatnot. You cannot talk to them before their tobacco. But Ramadan comes, they're going 12 hours, 15 hours, 18 hours, no problem. They would be able to survive. Why? Allah creates an environment, and this is the proof of that futihat abwab as-sama wa ghulqat abwab al-jahannam. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the environment in a way, now the entire environment is such that even if we're addicted to do something, it would be so easy to leave. Something that we can never imagine outside of Ramadan, to fast for 30 days straight, stand in qiyam for 30 days straight. It's impossible for an entire month. Who would do that? We can't come for Isha for 30 days, for the entire month. We can't come for 1 week. It's a fact. It's so difficult. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that in Ramadan, all that changes. And the last one, which is very important, which is sulsilat shayateen, that the shayateen are locked up. Now there is a very deep connection between this and the month of Ramadan. And that is, the common factor is, what is the month of Ramadan known for? Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. So Ramadan is the month of Quran. When Quran started being revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how did the shayateen and the jinnat know that something different is happening in the world? Very famous hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was going, the shayateen, they saw that the security in the skies, it's in Surah Hijr, if you read the tafsir of the Quran, that the security in the skies started tightening up. Because shayateen were able to go to the skies and overhear the angels, overhear certain things from up there, and they would bring it back down. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, that's it. Quran is about to start being revealed, security is tight, they're not allowed to come. And if they try to come up, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَأَتْبَعَهُ شِهَابٌ مُبِينٌ. That whenever they tried to come up, they would be a fireball. They would be a comet chasing them all the way outside. The scientists explain, a lot of flying objects and these things, there could be a lot of explanation from the Quran. That's a different topic. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to reveal the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, shayateen are not allowed up there. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to recite the Quran, He tells the shayateen, get out, let my servants read the Quran. Subhanallah. So this is the month of Ramadan, and shayateen are locked away. This is because of the barakah of the Quran. Subhanallah. This is one of the points, one of the wisdoms that the scholars have mentioned. Other than that, just to briefly explain that when the shayateen are locked up. Remember, out of our weaknesses, we have two weaknesses. One is our nafs, and one is our shaitan. Right? Those are the two things. Shayateen is out. Then the only thing left is our nafs. And nafs, to understand nafs, just briefly, scholars have mentioned, an-nafsu ka-tifl. Nafs is like a child. If you have a spoiled child, he's going to get his way always, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's going to get his way. And if you have a disciplined child, then the disciplined child will listen. If you tell him, no, you cannot buy this toy. Right now you need to get up. Not right now you need to leave the playground. Right now we need to go for salah. He will listen. Why? Because we have a disciplined child. And if we have a spoiled child, then the child, everything you say, is going to do the opposite. Why? Because we spoiled him. So similarly, our nafs is the same way. Many times when we have this objection that in Ramadan I can't let go of this, or I'm having difficulty with this, that's because we have just spoiled ourselves. If we discipline ourselves and we train ourselves to be better, we would realize that Ramadan we would actually flourish. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed all the obstacles. The only thing that is stopping us in Ramadan is ourselves. It's because for the last 11 months, possibly the last 11 years, we've been just spoiling ourselves. And now this is the time we tell ourselves, there is absolutely no reason for me not to do this. It's just like if somebody wants, our doctor, he gives us a prescription and we say, yeah, I'll take care of this. And you go home, you forget to pick up the medicine, you forget to stay away from the foods that he told you, all these things we forget. But if the doctor says, okay, I'm going to buy the medicine for you, I'm going to buy the foods that you have to eat, I'm going to do everything, and then it's still a person doesn't do it, whose fault is it? It's his fault. There is no other cure except for ourselves. In the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made all the means available to us. And now as the month of Ramadan is coming, we need to better prepare ourselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to truly understand the depth of what preparation Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes through for us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to prepare for it in the same fashion as we are approaching the month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand that what all these obstacles are and how they can be removed from our path. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us the ability, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability and the energy and the steadfastness in the month of Ramadan to utilize the month of Ramadan, so it would help us the rest of the 11 months to follow after the month of Ramadan. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this this Ramadan a life-changing Ramadan for us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to better prepare to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in our akhirah. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.